Hi. My name is Rachel and today I will share with you this video. So enjoy. Nowadays, there is an escalating trend to seek natural treatments for our pets' health. Human usage of essential oils is growing in popularity, so it's not a surprise that people have been trying to use them on their canine companions as well as natural alternatives to many physical ailments. When it comes down to the use of essential oils for any kind of medical or therapeutic use, a lot of confusion and discussions tend to surface. Essential oils are natural chemical components of plants that are extracted through distillation. They are extremely concentrated and using them usually requires to mix a few drops with another carrier substance, like olive oil for instance. Essential oils of different kinds have a number of benefits and properties. For example, they can be antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, sedative, expectorant, immunostimulant, etc. It's extremely important to keep in mind that dogs can be more sensitive to essential oils than humans, so it's imperative to use essential oils very carefully with your pets, always under the guidance of your pet's veterinarian. Eucalyptus oil is a great essential oil to repel parasites, especially fleas. Fleas cannot stand the smell of eucalyptus oil. Some pet owners have also claimed success in treating respiratory problems such as kennel cough by using diffused eucalyptus oil with their dog. Benefits of using eucalyptus oil on your dog. With a simple online search, it's easy to get trapped and confused with what people claim on the internet. When questioning is eucalyptus oil good for dogs, you will find both negative and positive answers. Do not be confused by this. Many natural shampoos have a much diluted amount of eucalyptus oil in them because it's a great parasite repellent. It's also the main oil for naturally treating respiratory diseases. There are different types of eucalyptus plants, and some of these can be toxic to dogs. The plant itself may be toxic to pets as well. The exact type of eucalyptus that can be beneficial to dogs is Eucalyptus radiata. The benefits of this oil are the following. Antiviral and anti-inflammatory. Works as an expectorant. Good for relief of chest congestion. Effective in repelling fleas. So, is eucalyptus oil good for dogs? Eucalyptus is good for dogs under the right method of usage. It's very important to know that essential oil cannot be used without diluting them. Eucalyptus oil is no exception to this rule either. If you want to use eucalyptus oil on your dog, make sure you follow your vet's recommendations and the product's instructions. There are oils that are already diluted. There are also shampoos and sprays that have a safe dilution of eucalyptus oil in them. Using eucalyptus oil can be a very effective way to repel fleas and other parasites, and it's also a great way to soothe your dog's cough without using toxic medications, repellents and bug sprays that can potentially harm your dog. Dangers/risks of using eucalyptus oil on your dog. Essential oils are highly concentrated extracts from plants. These extracts come from the chemical compounds of a plant which serve as its defense mechanism. These same chemical compounds have a variety of healing and therapeutic properties depending on the plant. Despite being natural substances, essential oils must always be used with precaution, especially around animals, who are more sensitive to smells. Determining whether or not eucalyptus oil is safe for dogs depends greatly on the quality of the oil, the way it's used, and the specific type of eucalyptus oil you've purchased. Some side effects of the use of eucalyptus oil can be liver damage, seizures, drowsiness, muscle weakness, shallow or rapid breathing, difficulty swallowing, abdominal pain, diarrhea, vomiting. If your pet presents any of these symptoms, you must take him/her to the vet immediately. Eucalyptus oil is not recommended to use on pregnant dogs and puppies because of its stimulant properties. So, is eucalyptus oil safe for dogs? The right kind of eucalyptus oil can be very beneficial to dogs. As long as you are using Eucalyptus radiata under the proper dosage and administration, then your pet should not have any adverse reactions, unless they present a special sensitivity to it. The symptoms mentioned above can also be present due to accidental ingestion or improper administration/dosage of the oil. It's also easy to use the wrong kind on eucalyptus, Therefore, you should always read the label before purchasing a product. These toxic side effects may also occur when the oil is used too frequently. The blog Experience Essential Oils tells us the following: most of the problems associated with essential oils, whether they are for human or animal use, stem from the fact that people are using perfume-grade oils for therapeutic use. Or people simply are not using them correctly. To ensure that your dog isn't at risk with the use of eucalyptus oil, make sure that you read the safety label on the essential oil you have purchased. Take all the proper precautions as you would with a baby. It's also recommended to introduce any essential oils slowly to your dog. This way you can ensure that your pet isn't sensitive to it and will actually benefit from its use. Also provide rest periods from using this essential oil. How to use eucalyptus oil for your dog. The occasional and measured use of eucalyptus oil can replace toxic pest repellents and cough suppressants. Keep in mind that I am not a vet, and you should always make sure you consult with your veterinarian before using any kind of essential oil on your dog. Holistic veterinarians are on the rise, and they may be best suited to give you the best advice on how to use a specific oil on your pet. The manufacturer of essential oils Young Living tells us that the animal's size affects the amount of oil you should use on them. They provide the following guidelines. For smaller animals like cats and small dogs, use 3-5 drops. Be sure to dilute 80-90% prior to application. For example, for every 1 drop of oil, use 4-5 drops of a diluting agent, such as B6 trademark vegetable oil complex. For larger animals, like large dogs, start with 3-5 drops. Unless otherwise indicated on the product label, dilution is unnecessary. Natural News also provides the following recommendations to take in considerations before using eucalyptus oil on your pets. Dogs cannot tell you what is or is not working. As such, you must closely watch their reactions. Excessive scratching, sniffing, nervousness or whining are all signs to watch for. Always dilute the oils. A common acceptable dilution is 25% of the adult human formula. Giving essential oils internally is not generally recommended. Do not use any oils on medium-large breed puppies under 8 weeks, and small or toy breeds under 10 weeks. Hydrosols are a much better choice. Gradually introduce the oils. What is good for a large dog is not good for a small dog. Size matters, and less is definitely more when working with oils, for animals or humans. Sick, frail, older, or pregnant dogs have special considerations, just as in humans. Do not administer the same dose to them as you would to a healthy animal of the same size. Never use oils near the eyes, mouth, nose, or genital area. Also remember to always wash your hands after handling essential oils to prevent them from accidentally getting in contact with your eyes or mouth. Here are some ways you can use eucalyptus oil on your dog. You can apply approximately 7 drops to 32 ounces and 3-4 into a 16 ounces bottle of mild, no-tear, shampoo. This will be effective for getting rid of fleas. There are also pre-made shampoos with eucalyptus in them. For a respiratory problem, you can add a couple of eucalyptus oil drops on a handkerchief and hold it close to your dog so she can breathe it. You can add a drop to your dog's collar and use it to repel fleas. For added protection, you can make a spray by mixing of 2 to 3 drops of eucalyptus oil in 16 ounces of water and spray it lightly onto the clean dry coat. Let it air dry. Be careful not to spray on their face. Always hold the head down when you're spraying your dog with this. If you have an aromatherapy diffuser, you can diffuse 1 drop of eucalyptus radiata for 5 minutes at a time, several times a day, to relieve symptoms of kennel cough or asthma. Natural Dog Health Remedies provides the following recipe for sinus infections. Dogs with sinus infection or other respiratory problems have nasal congestion and perhaps difficulty breathing. This blend can relieve nasal congestion and can be used in several ways. For example, several drops can be massaged into the fur of the dog's neck and chest, or placed on a cloth bandana. or several drops can be added to the dog's bedding. Another good way to decongest the sinuses is to bring the dog into the bathroom when you are showering. Let the dog lay on the floor. Drop 3-5 drops of the blend onto the floor of the shower. The combination of the steam and vaporized oils can greatly clear sinus congestion. Finally, you can add the essential oils without the base oil to a diffuser and diffuse the oils for 5 minutes at a time up to several times a day. You need 4 ounces 120 milliliters base oil, for example sweet almond oil, 8 drops of eucalyptus radiata, 4 drops of myrrh, Comifera myra, 2 drops of neauli, Melaleuca quinquenervia verdiflora. Store in a dark glass bottle. Thank you for watching and please subscribe.